birthday. All right, welcome back. Our next guest may not look like a science geek, but there is so much brain behind all that beauty. She's a former lab scientist turned public health practitioner turned social activist, and now a pageant queen. We can't wait to share her story with you. We welcome Mrs. South Asia International 2020any Ayella Ahmed to the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're
Welcome
so
to the
excited to have
Thank you for having me.
I let her borrow my crown, y'all.
And it's your birthday present?
Yeah.
All right, so how did you get involved with this pageant? Because you've lived an already pretty amazing career. What made you turn to pageants?
Well, it's basically, this pageant is very different than your typical beauty pageant because it's platform-based. So the Miss Teen, and Mrs. International pageant system celebrates the achievements of women. It celebrates us for all the work that we are doing in the community and what we plan on doing forward. So that is what kind of brought me into this, because I wanted to have my own organization with the name I See You, which strives to end discrimination. So that is kind of what brought me into this pageant system, was because it was giving my platform a bigger voice.
Now, how long have you held this title?
I got this title last August. So for a year, I have been Mrs. South Asia International. Now I am going to compete for the title of Mrs. International.
When is that?
That is on the 12th of this month in Charleston, West Virginia. Yes, it's coming up.
So the international competition is actually here in the United States?
Yes, it is an international competition in the United States, but every state has a Mrs. International too. Oh, wow. So there's a Mrs. Florida International, Mrs. New York International. Every single state has a Mrs. International. Then there are different regions. So my roommate for the pageant week is going to be flying in from UK.
Oh, wow.
So that's Mrs. UK International. I just happen to live in Jacksonville, but I'm representing the region of South Asia.
Amazing. And how did you get that title? Where did you compete to
I competed at large. So the rules for competing for a regional title is just that you have to be born in that region. Okay. So then from all over the world, there were competitors who competed for this title.
So, you know, all beauty queens rather have a platform, something that they represent, they stand behind. What are you representing, girl?
Well, she said I see you, right?
Yes, I'm representing.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, I'm going to explain.
This one right here.
I love talking about my platform. That
Go
brings
for it.
me
You're obviously
joy.
really good at it. You have the sash to prove it.
Yes.
Right.
So my platform is a topic that you guys have already been discussing, coming in, and I was getting really happy sitting there. It's about ending discrimination.
Oh, wow.
And what I See You stands for is that I see you as a person. I see you not just as a color or a race or a religion. I see you as a fellow human being. Beautiful. And we are all, I feel that this is one thing that is so easy, but then it's so difficult to ingest, is that we're all so similar. But then we have these differences that are dividing us. So that is what my platform is trying to achieve, is for people to see each other and believe in each other and accept each other. So
we talked earlier, I'm going to put you on the spot for a second, but you're good at this. We talked earlier about the P&G commercial.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on it, since this is your platform?
This is my platform. That is why I'm glad that you brought it up. And I was dying when I was sitting back there. I was like, oh my God, I want to talk about it. So I'm glad you asked me about it. I think the commercial is beautiful. I don't see the divisiveness in it. I see the celebration in it. Growing up as a child, when I would go to birthday parties and stuff, my mom wouldn't ask me the general questions like, hey, did you eat cake? How many kids were there? She would ask me, were you treated okay?
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, because when you were 13, that's when you and your family came over here. So what was, besides that, what was the experience as a whole like? Was it a lot of your mom
It was very, very difficult. It was very difficult. It was difficult because I came here, and even though I knew English, people in New York spoke so fast that I couldn't even understand. So for a whole year, and 13 is a horrible age to move.
Oh, yes.
And I moved mid-year on top of that. So for 1 year, I had no friends. I literally sat alone at a table, had my lunch, and went back. So back to that commercial, I think that commercial is beautiful. We should celebrate each other. We should celebrate each other not just as, oh yeah, you're not just pretty for a black girl, you're beautiful. And that is something that our little girls need to know. They need to learn that we are beautiful. You're enough, you're beautiful.
So would you have liked to have seen that commercial have more diversity in it to encompass more ethnicities?
That would be nice, but even as it is, I endorse the commercial. I like it. Because you cannot just put everything in. It gives a message that it's just, they're showing a black girl, but it can be spread across. So the message remains the same.
That's good.
Like, I love it.
It is great. So now you have a family of your own, because you are Mrs. So tell us about your family.
Yes, me and my husband, we have been married for 10 years.
For 10 years?
For 10 years,
You look like you're 12.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It was my birthday yesterday, so I am feeling a little old today.
Oh, no, you're looking flawless.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm in great company. I'm amongst beautiful, beautiful people, inside out. So, yeah, so I married my husband 10 years ago. We met at UT Austin, and we have 2 boys. So I'm a boy mom. I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. They keep me busy. I'm definitely outnumbered. Every day when my husband comes back home, the first thing they do is get into a pillow fight. Even my 2-year-old, when he was 1.5, he would be roaming around with a big pillow, who to beat up.
Do you ever get hit over the head?
They've banned me from the room because I stress them out. I'm not allowed in the room after my
Then it's a real pillow fight.
Yes, it's a real pillow fight because I was like, oh my God, at least take care of the 2-year-old, but no, he's in it. So yeah, we have somebody who is always jumping off the table, some scars, some blood.
I was about to say, that's where I got in trouble, is I didn't worry about my kids as much as my husband was good on safety patrol. I was worried about my house.
Oh yes.
You're gonna break the lamp. You're gonna break the table. And trust me, they've broken many lamps, many tables.
Yes.
See, pageant queens live a normal mom life. Okay, just so normal. Ayella, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
All right, the Mrs. International pageant happens next Saturday, August 12th in Charleston, West Virginia.
Go get them.
Cast your People's Choice vote for Ayella because we do want her to win. Go to MrsInternational.com and select current contestants. And coming up next, a film festival that will make you LOL, laugh out loud. And that's just what the founders of the festival want. We're learning more about the LOL Jax Film Festival when we come back.